Hi, hello friends. This is Anand Charan Sahu. Welcome you all to MKD Education. I am belonging to Mechanical Department and today we will discuss the question answer of Engineering Mechanics Chapter 1. Well, already you have studied in Chapter 1 the definition of mechanics, its classification, then you have studied about force and its unit, characteristic of force, effect of force in class 1. Okay, and in class 2 you have studied principle of superposition, principle of transmissibility, action and reaction, force, free body diagram, classification of system of forces. So ये सब जिन तबे क्लास 2 रे पढ़ी सारछ. क्लास 3 रे कोन पढ़िछ? रिजल्टेंट ऑफ सिस्टम ऑफ फोर्सेस. सिस्टम ऑफ फोर्सेस माने कोन पढ़ी सारछ? नंबर ऑफ फोर्सेस जदी रहिला गोटे सिस्टम रे सेटा हला सिस्टम ऑफ फोर्सेस. आ तार रिजल्टेंट केमिति बाहरिबो? रिजल्टेंट कोन ए सब तमे पढ़िछ क्लास 3 रे. एंड सेथरे कोन पढ़िछ ना पैरेललोग्राम लॉ. पैरेललोग्राम लॉ रे कहूची जदी दीटा फोर्स गोटे पॉइंट राक्ट हुए ताकू पैरेललोग्राम रो साइड रे रिप्रेजेंट करा जाय तार डायगोनल दबो रिजल्टेंट. ओके, सो क्लास 4 रे कोन पढ़िछ ना रिजोल्यूशन. रिजोल्यूशन कोन गोटे फोर्स को अदर डायरेक्शन रे केमिति तार इफेक्ट होची ए सब तमे रिजोल्यूशन रे पढ़ी सारछ. आ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिजोल्यूशन भी पढ़ी सारछ तार अंडर रे क्लास 4 रे. ओके, आ क्लास 5 रे पढ़िछ कि ग्राफिकली हमें केमिति बाहर करबा रिजल्टेंट सिस्टम ऑफ फोर्स रो. ता विषय भितरे कोन पढ़िछ? ट्रायंगल लॉ पढ़िछ, पॉलीगॉन लॉ पढ़िछ. ट्रायंगल लॉ कहूची दीटा फोर्स को रो रिजल्टेंट ग्राफिकली बाहर करबा. पॉलीगॉन लॉ कहूची मोर देन फोर्सेस टू फोर्सेस रो रिजल्टेंट बाहर करबा. आ लास्ट रे पढ़िछ मोमेंट जोटा कि तमे पढ़िछ सेही क्लास 5 भितरे तार डेफिनेशन ऑफ टाइप. आ क्लास 6 रे कोन पढ़िछ ना मोमेंट को केमिति हमें ग्राफिकली रिप्रेजेंट करबा. प्लस वैरिग्नस थ्योरम. वैरिग्नस थ्योरम कोन कहूची ना वैरिग्नस थ्योरम कहूची कि मोमेंट विषय रे कहूची कि दीटा फोर्स रो मोमेंट रो सम तार रिजल्टेंट रो मोमेंट सहित समान. ऑलरेडी ए दिस पढ़िछ आ ताकि यूज करी केमिति लाइक पैरेलल फोर्स रो रिजल्टेंट बाहर करबा से विषय भी पढ़ि सारछ. सो दिस इज क्लास 6 रे पढ़िछ. आ क्लास 7 रे कोन पढ़िले ना क्लास 7 रे पढ़िले कपल तार कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. सो एति की ऑलरेडी पढ़ि सारछ चैप्टर 1 रो 7टा क्लास ऑलरेडी सरीची. 7टा क्लास रे जहा थ्योरी हमें पढ़ी सारीचे तार टोटल प्रॉब्लमेटिक पार्ट एटा न्यूमेरिक डिस्कशन, न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम डिस्कशन हमें जानिछु. एमकेडी एजुकेशन पर्टिकुलरली जानिछि सेमिस्टर एग्जाम से कोन क्वेश्चन आसुची. सो लास्ट 5 to 7 इयर्स रो क्वेश्चन टेक्स्ट बुक को एनालिसिस करके हमें क्वेश्चन बैंक तैयारी करछु. तार सॉल्यूशन भी एठी अछि. बट फॉर योर बेटरमेंट, बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमें ताको आहुरी एक्सप्लेन करूछु इन सिंपल मैनर. राइट, सो होप you will understand. Thank you. So let us discuss chapter 1, that is question answer discussion session. Okay, we will start now. So let's start from question number 1. So here two forces act at an angle of 120 degree. The bigger force is of 40 Newton and the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. We have to find the smaller force. So in this question, what are the given values? Theta means angle between the bigger force and the smaller force, which is 120 degree. Alpha means the angle between resultant and with force Q or smaller force, that is 90 degree. And P is the bigger force which is given. Q we have to find the smaller force. So we know the angle made by resultant with force Q. This is the formula. If alpha equal to the angle between resultant and Q force, this formula will be used. Already this has been derived. Tan alpha equal to P sin theta divided by Q plus P cos theta. So here again I am telling alpha is the angle with resultant with Q force. So tan 90, here alpha is 90 degree. So tan 90 equal to, in place of P we can put 40 Newton, it is given. So P equal to 40 Newton and theta is 120 degree. So 40 sin 120 divided by Q to be found out plus P, that is 40 cos 120. Now obviously as tan 90 is infinite, so the denominator definitely 0. So now putting Q plus 40 cos 120 equal to 0. When the denominator of a fraction is 0, the total result will be infinite. We know this. That's why this denominator is Q plus 40 cos 120 equal to 0, or implies Q equal to minus 40 cos 120. You know cos 120 is how much? Minus 1 by 2. So if you put here, you will get Q equal to 20 Newton. That means The smaller force which is to be found out, that becomes or that comes now 20 Newton, right? So now come to the next question. So we'll start now question number 2. Find the angle between two equal forces P when their resultant is equal to P and P by 2. So there are here two bits are there. First of all, the given is two equal forces, means the forces are of equal magnitude. So each of magnitude P. So we have to find the angle between these two forces when their resultant is P. So this is our first bit. So here the two forces are of equal magnitude and each of magnitude P. So you know from the parallelogram law, this is the formula for the resultant, magnitude of the resultant, that is r square equal to f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2 cos theta. Friends, here f1 equal to f2 equal to p. So now put f1 equal to f2 equal to p and you get p square equal to p square plus 2p square cos theta. Definitely 2p square and p square, this will be 2p square and 2p square cos theta. If you take common 2p square from this 2, then it will be 2p square into 1 plus cos theta, and obviously this p square and p square which is multiplied here can be cancelled. This p square and this p square will be cancelled, and finally you get 1 plus cos theta equal to 1 by 2 or cos theta equal to 1 by 2 minus 1. Obviously cos theta how much? This will be half minus 1 means minus 1 by 2. So what is the value of theta? You know cos 120 is minus 1 by 2, so obviously theta is 120 degree. So when the resultant of two forces are of equal magnitude is P and their angle between them will be 120 degree. Now when the resultant is P by 2, what is the angle? If you put the value of resultant, that is P by 2 here, and same formula P square plus 2p square cos theta, you know 2p square plus 2p square cos theta, and if you take common 2p square, this will be again 1 plus cos theta. And what is cos theta? You know p square cancel, this will be 1 by 8, 1 by 4 divided by 2, 1 by 8. 1 plus cos theta is 1 by 8. So what friends, what is cos theta? 1 by 8 minus 1, that is minus 7 by 8, and obviously theta equal to cos inverse minus 7 by 8. So from the calculator you will find the value of this theta, that is cos inverse minus 7 by 8, which is 151 degree 04 minute. So this is the angle between two forces each of magnitude P, but the resultant is P by 2, right? Now we will start question number 3. So P3 is find the force Q which when combined with a vertical pull of 30 Newton will give horizontal resultant R equal to 40 Newton. So here the resultant is 40 Newton and the force Q to be found out, vertical pull 30 Newton it is given. So this one is your P which is 30 Newton in the figure, and the horizontal resultant, that is 40 Newton. This force is to be found out. Now you know the angle between P and Q, which is let's say theta, and alpha is the angle between Q and the resultant 40 Newton, and you know tan alpha here 30 by 40 because this is 30 from this triangle. From this triangle this is P 30, this is base 40. So tan alpha equal to 30 by 40 P by B. So alpha equal to 36 degree 86 minutes. So this is the alpha value. Now you know magnitude of the resultant is P square plus Q square plus 2pq cos theta, and you know R equal to 40, P is 30, Q to be found out. So you put P 30, Q to be found out, and cos theta, you know here you see this is theta is 90 plus alpha, so alpha is 36.86, so total is you will get R square equal to P square plus Q square plus 2pq cos theta. So this equation will find, and you know 40 square is 1600, 30 square 900, Q square 2 into 30 60, Q cos 90 plus 36.86, this will be 126.86. Now see Q square equal to, you know by solving this, you know Q square and Q, this is a quadratic equation, you will find finally Q square minus 35.99 Q minus 700 equal to 0. You know how to solve the quadratic equation, minus b plus minus b square minus 4s root over divided by 2a. So by using that formula you will find one value of Q1, that is 49.99, and other is minus 14 Newton. So this two value of Q is possible in this case where Q is the one force and P is the one force 30 Newton, resultant is 40 Newton. So now we will discuss question number 4. So here three forces 2p, 3p, 4p, these are the magnitude act along three sides of an equilateral triangle, and the side of the triangle is 100 mm. And these forces are taken in order. You see 2p, 3p, 4p, this is anti-clockwise direction, so in order, and find the magnitude and line of action of the resultant force. So the important thing is you have to find the magnitude and line of action of the resultant force. So you have to find magnitude of the resultant as well as position of the resultant. So here you see total x. What is total x? Total x means x component of all forces, addition of all x components. You know 2p is already there along x direction, so 2p, and 3p का दोनों component होगा 3p cos 60 which will be towards left, so obviously this will be minus, and 4p का also towards left, so obviously this will be also minus. So this is the total force value, and after solving you will get total x equal to minus 1.5p. Now what is the total forces along y direction? You know 2p का y direction में value कुछ नहीं होगा, so 0. Obviously only we will have 4p का component and 3p का component. 3p का component vertical component, 3p sin 60 degree which will be acting towards vertically upward or positive direction, and 4p का downward. So this will be 3p sin 60 minus 4p sin 60, and the value will be minus 0.866p. So you know from resolution method, you know the resultant will be total x square plus total y square root over. This is the magnitude of the resultant if the two components are given, and by putting the total x value and total y value we will find the magnitude of the resultant. This is 1.73p. Now important is to find the position. Let the resultant is at a distance of, in fact perpendicular distance of x mm from point A. We don't know where the resultant is. Let us just consider it is at a distance of x millimeter from point A. Now how to find the position? You will just take the moment about point A. So obviously moment of the resultant, you know magnitude is 1.73p into perpendicular distance is x. So this is the moment of the resultant, and you know Bergmann's theorem, this is the total moment. You know if you calculate moment about A, you will find only moment for 3p, because 4p and 2p are the two forces which is passing through point A. So obviously moment of 4p and 2p will be 0. There will be only moment for 3p, that is 3p into perpendicular distance. You know perpendicular distance is the height of the equilateral triangle, that is root 3 by 2a. So 3p into root 3 by 2 into A is 100 mm. Here it is given. So after solving you will get x value, that is the distance of resultant from point A, 150.17 millimeter, right? So is that clear? Now just come to question number 5. You know find the resultant of the following system of forces. Here in the first case there are two forces, two like parallel forces, one of magnitude 30, other is 50. We have to find the magnitude, direction and position of the resultant. In second case there are two unlike parallel forces, again magnitude 30 and 50, and same thing we have to find the magnitude, direction and position of the resultant. So first coming to the first part, you know let the resultant be at a distance of x meter from point A. In fact A is the reference point, that's why we will take all distance from point A. So well, you know magnitude is 30 plus 50, it is 80 Newton, very simple. And what is the direction? Equal to the direction of both forces 30 and 50, which is vertically downward. So magnitude 80 Newton acting downward along downward direction. So now we will find the position. How to find position? Again use Bergmann's principle. Now let us take moment about this point, where moment about A point, where the moment of resultant is 80 into perpendicular distance is x. So 80x equal to moment of 30 about A, 30 into 3, which is acting along clockwise direction. So 30 into 3, and 15 का new moment about A, which is 50 into 8. Again it is acting along clockwise direction. So दोनों add होगा, this will be 90 plus 400. 80x equal to 490. So x equal to 490 by 80. Obviously this will be 6.125 meters. So where the position of the resultant? The resultant is 80 Newton acting downward, which is acting at a distance of 6.125 meter from point A. Okay, so this is part 1 or bit 1. Now come to the second part. Here the two forces are unlike parallel forces. Matlab one is acting downward, other is acting upward. So 30 Newton is acting downward, 50 Newton is acting upward. So we have to find the magnitude. Magnitude, you know the algebraic difference. That means 50 minus 30. Obviously this will be 20 Newton. And where the in which direction the resultant will act? So 50 minus 30, 20 Newton is the magnitude, but the direction is exactly equal to the same direction as the bigger force. Here it is 50 Newton. So the magnitude of resultant is 20 Newton, which is acting vertically upward. And important is always to find the position. So again the same principle, let us take the position of the resultant at x meter apart from point A. Now calculate moment about A. Moment will be there for 30 Newton force, 50 Newton force, and of course the resultant. So first of all 20 Newton का moment about A, 20 into x, 20 into x force into perpendicular distance, which is acting along anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction equal to clockwise direction moment. So 30 का moment होगा 30 into 3, which is acting along clockwise direction, and 50 का moment 50 into 8, that is anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction is taken positive. So 50 into 8, 400, and 30 का moment is 400 minus 90. 90 is the moment of 30 Newton. So finally this will be 400 minus 90 is 310, and x equal to 310 by 20. Obviously this is 15.5 meter. मतलब resultant act होगा at a distance of 15.5 meter from point A. Right? Now we will start question number 6. So question number 6 is a force of 100 Newton is acting at a point as shown in the figure given below. Determine the moment of this force about A. Very simple question this is. So 100 Newton is a force whose moment is to be found out about point O, and 100 Newton is acting at an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. So now it is very simple to resolve this force. 100 Newton का two components होगा, 100 sin 60, 100 cos 60, 100 cos 60 towards positive x, and 100 sin 60 towards पॉजिटिव y. नाउ अगेन बैरिंगटन्स प्रिंसिपल कहता है कि दोनों का मोमेंट ऐड होगा तो रिजल्टेंट का मोमेंट निकलेगा. मतलब 100 sin 60 का मोमेंट प्लस 100 cos 60 का मोमेंट इक्वल टू 100 का मोमेंट. 100 cos 60 का मोमेंट तो नहीं आएगा क्योंकि देयर विल बी मोमेंट फॉर 100 sin 60. सो 100 sin 60 का मोमेंट कितना होगा? डिस्टेंस परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस इज 3 मीटर. वेरी सिंपल, 100 sin 60 into 3 meter, force into perpendicular distance. Well, so this is sin 60 is root 3 by 2. After calculation we will get this, and obviously the sense will be anti-clockwise direction. So final result is 259.8 Newton meter, which is the unit of moment, and it is acting along anti-clockwise direction. So this is the final answer, and okay, so this is also the moment for 100 Newton, क्योंकि 100 ऑलरेडी स्प्लिट हो गया है. 100 cos 60, 100 sin 60 को 100 cos 60 का नहीं हुआ मोमेंट, नहीं आया. सो 100 sin 60 का मोमेंट इक्वल टू 100 का मोमेंट. मतलब दिस इज द फाइनल आंसर. ओके, सो थैंक यू. होप all of you should understand this, and thank you once again. Thank you.